Hey guys, this is Coach Adriel, and I'm so excited I just finished my updated practice guide. I'm eventually going to turn it into a practice app, but right now it's a practice guide ready for you to use. Down here, you're going to click this button that will get you to this screen where you're going to fill out this information. Click Get Your Practice Guide, which will get you to this screen. Click here, open up practice guide, click there, and boom, here is the updated practice guide. Read this. I'm currently looking for beta testers for my practice app. So this practice guide is all going to be put into your cell phone and much more. It's going to track all of your data. After we have all of your data, we'll be able to make suggestions on what shots you need to work on, what do you need to work on in general, and really bring your game to the next level. So if you're looking to be a beta tester, come over here, email me at adriel@beyondboardsandbags.com, and in the subject line say, I want to be a beta tester. I will get you all the information you need, and you can start using my practice app early January and give me feedback on what it needs to be improved, and it'd really help me out to make the practice app as good as possible. Here are a whole bunch of my thoughts for Cornhole in general. Someone told me that they weren't able to read with the color coding, so if you come to the bottom, it's the exact same thing without the color coding. I like the color coding, but it's available without it if you want. Then you come over here and there are a whole bunch of different tabs that help you with different things. So don't think it's just that first page. We got a whole bunch of tabs over here. Basic rules. This is for brand new beginner cornhole players. So here are the basic rules to get you started. And here are definitions. If you don't like the way I define something, or you want me to define something else, let me know via my email and I will surely add it to the screen. Then tips for refining your throw. This is for beginners and for people who want different suggestions on improving your throw. Here are my thoughts, and this should help you improve your throw. And if you're a beginner, this will also help your throw. Also, on my YouTube channel, Cornhole is Life, I've interviewed quite a few pros, and there's a section called Throw Like a Pro. Listen to those, watch those, and the pros give you their suggestions on how they throw. This is what I'm super excited about. I've created, with the help of other players, pro players, and myself, I created over 40 different games, and it's all consolidated into one spreadsheet. Deca, if you don't know Deca is you take one set of bags, you go back and forth 10 times, recording your score. Highest score you can get is 120. What I added to the game is if you hit a 9 or a 10, that means you messed up one bag. I want to know what bag you missed. Was it the first bag, the second or third bag, or the last bag? We record that, and after you've played Deca 10 times, 50 times, we'll get a percentage on how many of those bags do you miss. And let's say you're missing 35% of the last bags, training things to get that percentage lower. This is also a great game if you're saying, oh, I've got the first bag blues, or oh, I almost missed the last bag. This will get you data to see if that's actually true. I've got a whole bunch of games, so we got Deca. I think pretty much every practice session you should do at least one Deca to get you good data on how you're throwing. I've got Ghost Training, so here are a whole bunch of Ghost games. I got Airmail Training, here's a whole bunch of Airmail games. Blocking Training, here are a whole bunch of blocking games. Practice Specific Throws, here's a whole bunch of games. Volume Training, 100 slides. This is another practice that you should probably do almost every time. This is under volume training, which is you take 3 sets of bags, which is 12 bags, and you go back and forth. And the goal for this game is to get 100 slides. Here are some other volume training with 3 sets of bags. And scarcity training. I've talked to people about this. Nobody wants to do it. Everybody needs it. You get one bag to execute one shot. And whether you execute or you don't, you then walk to the other side of the board and you execute that one shot again. It's a lot of walking, but this training will help you improve that one shot and create pressure situations. All right, so now we're into novice. This practice is for those that are very beginners at this sport. If you have a flat spinning bag, you can probably just skip this practice. So we're going to move on to intermediate. Intermediate, I'm assuming you have a flat spinning bag. Here are some of my thoughts over here, and then you go to your first intermediate practice. So intermediate practice, 100 slides. If you don't remember what that is, you come over here, different games, find 100 slides. 100 slides, follow the directions, and then do it. Go back to intermediate. For airmails, you go to different games, you follow the directions. Here are 4 different practices. And here are my thoughts. Once you think you're getting pretty good at intermediate and you're beating the games, here is a test. So 4 airmails, get 20% or over. You can read the directions. Once you've passed this test, it's probably time to go to intermediate. These practices, they're just a starting point. Mix and match the practices. If you're having trouble with airmails, you might want to concentrate more on airmails. If you're having trouble with slide shots, practice more slide shot games. This is just a guide. Please use the games and figure out what works best for you. Also, make sure that you do the practices that you need most work on. Let's go back to the introduction page. Over here is my email address, adriel@beyondboardsandbags.com. If you want to just talk cornhole, or you have a question on improving your game, or you're getting stuck with your cornhole practice, or getting stuck in anything with cornhole, email me. Write something in the subject line on what you need, and I'll set up a Zoom meeting and we can have a conversation and we can figure out your issue and get you to the next level. All right, so competitive, same thing. Here are some thoughts. Here are some games. Here's the test. Once you pass this test, go to advanced. Again, my thoughts. Here are some games to play, some thoughts, and the test is go out and win an open. I'm Coach Adriel. Use the practice guide and start making every shot you should.